Listen. Speak slowly, my God, because I'm a little tired. It was a long walk to get here, and true, we were given 3 days warning, 3 days to prepare, but how do you prepare for this? After 210 years, or maybe 430, I'm not really sure how to count, of us calling out to you, how can we possibly prepare for a reply? And sure, you told us to wash our clothes, but the last time our father spoke to you, Jacob walked away with a limp. So should the freshly laundered outfits include helmets or shields? Because if we walk away from this mountain hobbling, it's going to take a miracle to get us across this wilderness. Speak slowly, my God, so I can take notes, so that when someone asks, what was it like? I might be able to convey some content. I can tell them more than, well, I think there might have been some smoke. Or at least I can convey how hard it is to convey. If you go slowly enough, I might be able to give them an answer by drawing analogs to your creation. Speak slowly, my God, because while you might come down in a pillar of fire or in a burning bush, today you aren't in that fire, you aren't in that lightning or that thunder. Today you are on a mountain that's new for us. And I can't see anything because it's dark, and because the guy standing in front of me has his kid on his shoulders. And sure, when I look up, there's a mountain over our heads, but I'm not sure if that's a metaphor. Speak slowly because when you speak, the world falls silent. Okay, fine, that's not true, but it sounds profound, doesn't it? I know that's not true because that guy, the one in front of me, he's trying to calm down his kid who's crying, and because all around us there are people who are starting to get restless and annoyed at him because they're worried they might miss a word or two. And I heard you might ask us to love our neighbor like we love ourselves, so maybe put that in your top 10 to keep the crowd calm, or at least let us know where you stand on murder. Speak slowly, my God, because you want us to do what? You seduced us with your moral objectivity, with your universal justice. You seduced us with your compassion towards the widow, the stranger, the orphan. But then, once we signed your ketubah, you let us know how jealous you are. You prescribed us to proscribe them, to burn down someone else's temple to stop us from learning about their God. But didn't you also tell us to love the stranger? So speak slowly, because I'm a bit confused. Speak slowly, but speak clearly, because I have a sneaking suspicion that if we are confused now, that confusion isn't going away. And if you mumble, and we get our notes wrong, or even if we don't get down the right tone, our children will start arguing about what you meant when you said covet, or steal, and sure, plenty of good can come from that, but the word of God is a pretty strong license. And if you aren't careful to enunciate, who knows what people might do in your name. Speak slowly, my God, because I don't want it to end, because when it ends, what am I supposed to do? Even though when we heard your voice, we cried out to make it stop lest we die, that wasn't a claim that we were in pain or that we were scared. No, it was that we could stay listening to that voice forever and forget that your call to action requires us to stay alive. And I don't want it to end because once it ends, if Moses stays up on that mountain, I'm worried about what we'll do. We might have entered Egypt as a family of shepherds, but we have left a nation of lambs. And lambs are great listeners when they're not bleeding. They're great followers, but if the shepherd is gone, we'd probably follow the nearest calf wherever it takes us. Speak slowly so that I might remember, because hearing your voice was like riding a bike. Not that I know what a bike is, we don't have those. Like riding a chariot? And I realized that in those 430, or was it 210 years, you were actually speaking to us the whole time. And once we leave this mountain, I don't know if we'll still recall or if we'll fall back off that wagon. Do we have wagons? Fall off the chariot? So stick around for a bit, because if I can't do 12 steps, maybe I can do 6, 3 backwards, then 3 towards you. And maybe that will help when I'm starting to forget. Speak slowly, my God, because once you are done speaking, I'm worried about what you are going to do with that mountain you are holding over my head, because it might be a metaphor, but I'm not sure I want to risk it.